Is Joe Biden a friend of Israel? What do you mean, you might ask? Didn't Biden just ask Congress for an aid package for Israel? Didn't he pledge, only 3 days after the Hamas massacre, to stand with Israel and to see to it that Israel has what it needs to defend its citizens and to respond to this attack? President Biden spoke so strongly in that 10-minute speech that the Israeli media was quick to declare Joe Biden the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House. The next day, I released a video where I said Israel will begin destroying Hamas. And as the campaign progresses, the Biden administration, along with its worldwide apparatus, will intensify pressure on Israel to back off. And I published an opinion piece, quote, if U.S. involvement through funding, weapons, and personnel means that the U.S. has greater leverage in Israel's critical decision-making, Israel will lose from this arrangement. Consider me skeptical of any pledges that assistance from the U.S. comes with no strings attached, end quote. Oh, let me tell you, people were not happy with me. Close friends and family criticized me for attacking Biden right after he had spoken so strongly for Israel. Give him a chance, they said. This is not the time to criticize. But as I pointed out at the time, Joe Biden refrained from mentioning Iran even once in his 10-minute speech, even though Iran is Hamas's primary financial backer. But this shouldn't surprise us. Since taking office, every Biden Mideast policy has strengthened Iran and harmed Israel. The administration lifted sanctions on senior officials of the National Iranian Oil Company and other Iranian petrochemical providers, leading directly to the enrichment of Tehran to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. They've also made every effort to restart Barack Obama's disastrous nuclear deal that Israel's leadership has always insisted threatens our country's security. And of course, there's the well-publicized $6 billion in Iranian assets that the Biden administration unfroze, for no apparent reason, only a few weeks before the Hamas invasion. But maybe he's had a change of heart since the attacks, I was told. Okay, I said, fair enough. Let's wait and see. But now here we are. It's another week and a half later. Israel has still not begun its ground operation. And it was reported yesterday that when asked if he is pressuring Israel to delay entering Gaza, Biden answered that, quote, he is talking to the Israelis about it. In other words, yes, he's pressuring us. And Israel's defense minister, Yoav Gallant, admitted yesterday that Israel is allowing aid into Gaza, even though it will certainly fall into the hands of Hamas, because the Americans demanded it, and Israel, quote, is not in a position to refuse, end quote, due to the military aid the U.S. has provided. In other words, the Biden administration is tying Israel's hands, weakening our chances of victory over Hamas, exactly as I predicted. Oh, don't worry, they tell me. Didn't the Americans announce that they kind of refroze the $6 billion? Ah, yes, of course. As has been widely reported, the money is now being held in a Qatari bank where Iran can't touch it. Oh, thank God the Qataris are keeping a watchful eye on the Iranian money. Qatar is only the second largest funder of Hamas behind Iran. Let's just say I doubt the terrorists will be lacking in funding anytime soon. And let's not forget that in January 2022, Joe Biden declared Qatar, a state that funds terrorism in Gaza, quote, a major non-NATO ally. No wonder Secretary of State Blinken was in Qatar last week just after visiting Jerusalem. So if Joe Biden won't call out Iran or Qatar for funding terrorism, should we be surprised that he's holding us back from defeating Hamas? This is a perilous situation for Israel, and Joe Biden is part of the problem.